Here we have a new 2026 Ford Explorer. This one comes in the ST line trim level in agate black metallic, and then we have the Onyx unique cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Rear wheel drive model here. Front end, we do get LED headlamps along with LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. Really love how everything is blacked out here. It looks just like an ST, and that's one of the things I like about the ST line trim. It's kind of like balling on a budget. Now this does have the street pack as well, so you get these 21-inch aluminum wheels, which I think are worth that $1,500. Passive keyless entry. Into the door panel here, power door lock controls, memory seat functions, and then we have rear window lockouts, power mirror controls, one-touch up and down windows for the front, regular power windows on the back, lift gate, hood release, headlamp controls, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel, and then here's the power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar support. But a huge thanks to Ford Lincoln of Franklin for allowing me to review this Explorer today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so that's the space I get there. Seat back pockets are on both sides. Two-stage heated outboard seats. You get a 110-volt 3-prong household plug-in, 2 USB-C ports, bottle holders there, and then the climate controls. You can turn that on or off and then adjust the fan direction there. There's a look at the front from back here. And with this one not having a glass roof, plenty of headroom, which I like. And then to the third row, 2 USB-C ports on that side, and you have a bottle holder, and then you get a bottle holder on the other side as well. And then you can fold those seats flat or put them up. It's gonna be kind of hard to put them up with those floor mats that have not been installed yet though. And then you can hang a whole uniform here if you need to. But we're gonna make our way towards the back. Child locks right there. If you need to adjust those, stick a key in there and turn one way or the other depending on what you're needing. Fuel filler there. And then as we come around to the back end, full LED tail lamps. You can see we have the tow hitch receiver there. And there's the exhaust. I like that we still get the dual exhaust on the 2.3 like we do on the 3-liter EcoBoost. But there's the space behind. You can see with the second row, or with the third row folded down, that's what it looks like. Now if I put a seat up here, kind of the difference that you have. So what I'll do is I'll slide these here so we can at least see what the third row seat looks like. And just kind of leave these in here. They don't ever get installed. 12 volt. And then as we come around to the rear passenger side, if you want to fold the seat flat, just pull up there. Top tethers integrate on the back of these seats. You can slide the seat forward by pulling up here for easier access from the third row, and then you have your lower anchors right there in the seat. And then there's a quick look at the options here. It's tinted back here, so it's kind of hard to see everything, but I want you to see this ST line street pack. Highly recommended. You get the performance brakes and then those 21-inch wheels, and then sticker price $50,555 as equipped. And great fuel economy, 29 highway with the rear wheel drive system, so. And then front passenger seat power with 2-way power lumbar. Side pockets there, lockable glove compartment. I like the trim as well, how it spells out Explorer. Now as we come back around to the front, just a quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. There's look the blinker on the back. Side mirror. in the front. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So nice ActiveX wrap steering wheel here. That's what the horn sounds like. Over here to the radio, we got the Google Assistant system. So you have Google Maps, the Play Store, Google Assistant, and then you also have AM, FM, XM radio along with Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. You have access to games if you want to download those from the Play Store. Your settings here, adjust your sound with this B&O system. And then you have the driver assistance system here. If you want to change your cruise controls and lane centering, all of that. And then you have the vehicle system or vehicle settings, and then your system settings where you can change your language here. And then units here. And then all of your other settings are right in here. Vehicle status, if you want to see the tire pressure, the oil life, valet mode, brightness, you can adjust that there. There's a shortcut. Backup cameras here. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You also get that bird's eye view. And there's your front camera as well. Now down here, we do get heated seats, heated steering wheel for the driver, and the heated seats for the front passenger. Dual zone automatic climate controls. We can open this menu up, turn the camera off, and then we can sync or unsync there. Front and rear, we can adjust that. Fan speed, temperature. Relatively self-explanatory. And then down here, auto stop toggle. We can turn on the parking chimes there, hazards, that camera, traction control, automatic brake hold, and then volume. Click there to turn the audio off. Little storage here. USB-C, USB-A duo down there with a 12 volt. And then for the shifter, hit the brake, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you have your low gear there, your low mode. Then your electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Your drive modes are right in here, so you still get quite a few, even though this is a rear-wheel drive. So you have your trail, slippery, normal, eco, sport, tow haul. Center console cubby space, you do get a 12 volt in there. There's a look at the back seat from up here. It's another look at that third row. And then sunglasses holders here. You can cut the lights off from turning on when the doors open. Lights are there. Garage door transmitter. And there's the vanity mirror. Now back to the steering wheel, left side stalk, blinkers, high beams, and then you have your automatic wipers here. So one time off, auto low, high. You can adjust that auto frequency here, and then your rear wiper here. And then push back for the rear fluid, pull up for the front. Now your adaptive cruise, you can turn on there, adjust the gap for the cruise, the lane keeping system, cancel, set the speed, resume, volume down, volume up, mute, voice recognition, Bluetooth controls, or track list radio station presets depending on what menu you're in. And then the menu button here, you can change your view, whether you want to see fuel economy, the trip meter, tire pressure monitors. You can configure the My View, or you have different sub menus that you can go through and you can see everything there. And then back button, then you can use those to adjust. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Ford Explorer ST line out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Explorer ST line, having it in eco mode now still gets up to speed pretty nicely. And once you let off of it, it's pretty much unnoticeable, the engine is. Road noise is pretty good so far. Ride quality's decent. It'll probably start to smooth out a little bit as I get driving because this has been sitting and it's 20 degrees outside. Now, I actually like the sound that you get from the exhaust from the engine. It sounds aggressive. To me, it can kind of sound a bit strange, especially if you're used to the ST or the Tremor twin turbo V6. But compared to other lower displacement turbo 4-cylinders, one of the better sounding ones, I think. I actually like it better than the 2.5 you get in the Traverse and in the Enclave and all that. But this is a pretty solid option. Just talking about features and the price you get here, you get a turbo 4, 10-speed automatic. You get rear wheel drive, but that helps with your fuel economy quite a bit. And this one's still right around $50,000, considering you get the heated steering wheel, the heated seats, the Blue Cruise system. So I'm not disappointed at all with the overall package here, just on paper. Now, it's relatively easy to drive, and again, this is me in the eco mode, so not having trouble getting up to speed or anything. I don't necessarily like how it pulls in the eco mode. It feels a bit strained almost. I feel like I'm working the system a bit hard there. But put it in normal mode, it's pretty good. And then sport mode is just it's wild how much power you can really get out of a turbo 4. Let me just put it that way. Now, with this one having the street pack, another reason this will ride just a tad bit harshly is because you have 21-inch wheels here. But I highly recommend the 21s just because they're a delight. They really are. They look so good, and they really make this thing feel like a true ST. Now, driving it in normal mode, this is a better feel in terms of how it gets up to speed, how it feels based on the throttle response. And this is probably where I keep it. The eco mode would really just be for highway driving, in my opinion. It doesn't feel as good as the eco mode in the 3-liter Eco Boost, which feels like a normal mode here, but that's why you get a much better fuel economy with this engine as well compared to that twin turbo V6. Now, for the money, I do think you get a really nice interior, that kind of unique cloth paired with the leatherette bolsters. It's really nice. The infotainment system is great. Like how, I guess, minimalistic this the shifter section is here with the bottle holders and all that. There's not a lot going on. It's not overwhelming. I'm gonna give it a little pull getting on the interstate, get my tag out of the way here. Got a little bit of space, so let's open her up. Here we go. So Pretty good acceleration. Had it in sport mode. Just gave it a little throttle, probably about a third. But it got up to speed very nicely. Now we're gonna put it in the Eco and test out the Blue Cruise system here, which I have on my Mustang Mach-E. I really like it. I don't ever use it per se, the hands-free and all that, but I do use the lane centering, the adaptive cruise, which is phenomenal. But see, I don't like that, and that's one thing I don't like about GM's Super Cruise. I don't like the car. I don't like Tesla doing it either, because it really doesn't know what it's doing yet. I feel like the technology has not gotten there where they can start changing lanes, because I know that I'm going down to the next exit to get over. But this is like, I just want to keep getting over until no one's in front of me. And just with all the other cars on the road too, I just don't think that our driver assist systems are quite there. And I feel like if they ever got there, it'd be dangerous, because AI is already dangerous. And I feel like if they start thinking that far ahead, like, I know this car is going this slow and I know it's not holding the speed, so I'm gonna do this, then we might be in trouble. But anyways, a little off topic there. Decent vehicle for the money. If you want a 3-row SUV, you only have maybe 3 or 4 people total, a couple kids, maybe the dog every so often, and something that looks fantastic on the road. Really a head turner, even though it's more basic trim compared to the other Explorer trims out there. I feel like this is the way to go. Really like having that street pack, the ambient lighting with the premium package, and just an overall sweet SUV. So with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Ford Explorer ST line.